Good morning. I'm Gianni the Greek coming to you live straight from Las Vegas. It's Monday, July 22nd. We've had a pretty slow day so far. Only about 4 buy orders sent from the betting syndicates. Was able to get down on 3 of them for myself and subscribers. One of those moved too quickly. I got a half the order down, but it seems multiple groups hit it at the same time and couldn't execute the whole buy order. And don't send those to subscribers just because the line's going to move too quickly, unless it's off one of those key numbers where it really won't make much of a difference. But in this case, it does. I'll share that with you in a bit. But first, let me get some ATP tennis for you guys. All right. ATP men's side in Umag, Croatia. We are taking Marco Trungelliti over Guido Andreozzi. Yes, I'm saying that correct. Those names I could pronounce. Italian, Greek, I've got no problem. So yeah, Trungelliti over Andreozzi. And we laid up to minus 300. We started betting at minus 270, 285, and then it stopped at minus 300, where I sent it out to subscribers. So again, it's all about the value based on their implied win probability compared to what the betting line's implied win probability. If they think it should be minus 400 and it's minus 300, then they know they got about a 5% edge over the book and implied win probability, and they're going to fire. They're not worried about laying 3-1. If you're not comfortable laying that kind of chalk, then just pass. Simply pass. I also have a future for you in the Olympics. I sent this out as a premium play, 3%. You know, we don't bet 3% because we don't want our risk of ruin be upwards of 90+%, where we're guaranteed to lose our bankroll more than 9 out of 10 times, regardless of whether we are winning sports bettors or not. And that future in the Olympics is on the 3-on-3 women's side. So it's women's basketball, 3-on-3. And we're no surprise, we are betting Team USA to win the gold. We bet them at plus 105, at even money, at minus 105, minus 110, all the way up to minus 120, actually. So must have been an inefficient number for sure. Multiple hits there. Limit bets on the USA team to win the 3x3 women's basketball gold. Anything else I have to share? Okay. Now, coming off a losing day yesterday, I think we went 3-5 in Major League Baseball. Not sure how we did in the tennis. Usually those are overnights. So I think the ones we bet yesterday are for this morning. I haven't seen the results. But just grinding away, staying the same consistent bet size. So we haven't had to adjust. We are down a little over 25% of our starting capital for 2024. We increased 2023's by 80%. So if you combine both years together, we're still way ahead. If you combine the last 9 years, we're way ahead. But small sample size, you can never guarantee anything. So that's why I keep it real with you. And my goal is for you to actually learn to be profitable, not in the short term, not hot streaks, but actually use the sports betting market as an investment vehicle. Otherwise, just have fun with it. Use it for entertainment and enjoy yourselves. But if you're going to use an investment vehicle, there's only one way you got to approach it, and that's treat it like a business, so it pays like a business. And that's what we've done. And so far in 2024, we're just having a bad year for our business. Fortunately, the busiest part of the season, it's like having a business down the Jersey Shore. And luckily, the spring and summer's on the way. So we are hoping to turn the year around and do some damage. Again, like I said, I'm going to regress or progress towards the mean. When I'm go up in a straight line, I'm going to regress towards the mean because my long-term ROI is not positive 20%. That's not sustainable. But the good part is, on the flip side of that coin, having won 8 of the last 9 years, having proven the information is plus EV, we're going to progress towards the mean as well. Just like that negative 10% ROI isn't sustainable. So good things ahead. Anyone jumping on now, you could not time it any better. Just manage risk correctly, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1%, 1.25, and you will make money. Partner over the next 365, you will make money. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Never get emotional. All right. Now, let's dive into today's action. Like I said, I don't have much to share, but I'll do what I can. I'll give you a side, a home dog that we bet early. We bet the Miami Marlins. We took them over to Mets at plus 140, plus 135, all the way down to plus 130. I like that side at home. I think the pitching matchup lines, forget the fact that Miami's 12 games under 500 at home, where the Mets are 2 games over 500 at home. And Mets are barely going to be a 500 team when all the dust settles. And the fact they have a winning record at home should regress towards the mean. And I think even though Miami is going to be one of those teams that they're going to lose near 65% of their games, they should do a little better at home than they're doing. Now, that's going to happen over the length of the second half of the season, not necessarily the first or second series, but you got to keep that in the back of your head and look for teams that got a little lucky or a little unlucky. Look for spots to bet them, look for spots to fade them. And that's what I do. Before the start of the second half, I wrote down a list of teams I'm looking to back, teams I'm looking to fade based on have they gotten really lucky, have they gotten really unlucky. When you look at their runs scored, runs allowed, should they have won more games? Should they have won less games? And I narrow down those teams that got the luckiest and those teams that got the most unlucky. And I will look for spots to fade them. When those two teams meet, it creates the perfect storm. And we're looking to take advantage and also bet the series most likely. Now, I was talking about the pitching matchup. You look at Peterson for the Mets. He's coming off one, I think, 5 straight, his last 5 starts. But he's coming off almost a perfect game where at least in the 6 innings that he's pitched, 5 strikeouts, only 3 walks, only gave up 4 hits in 6 innings, 0 runs, 0 earned runs. Yeah, I think he's going to not sustain that 0 earned run count, but more importantly, threw for 102 pitches. Now, that was 11 days ago, so he's got a little extra rest. But don't forget, they're not on normal rest as well. So when you're pitching every 5 days, every 4 days, every 6 days, what it is, and all of a sudden it's the 11th day, sure, they could have that simulation in between, but it's not the same as game. Now, will he be off? Time we'll find out tonight. But I do like that we have some recency bias to take advantage of there. And the same thing on the flip side for Miami. It's almost a perfect storm of recency bias for starting pitchers. Because when you look at Gianni Karalis, what do you see? He gave up 7 runs. All 7 of them were earned in his last start, lasting only 5 innings and 89 pitches. Now, he does pitch a lot better at home than on the road. If you look at the splits, the metrics that matter, the whip, the on-base percentage, those are lower at home than on the road. But the thing that sticks out to me most is that recency bias. That one really pops out at me since it's the perfect storm. One guy pitching perfect, no one runs, the other guy having given up 7 earned runs. Only 1 start for Gianni, like the name, against the Mets, where Peterson's gone, I think 3 starts against Miami. He's lost 2 of those 3 starts, winning the last one this season, but he didn't pitch well. I mean, he gave up 4 earned runs in only 5 innings. All 4 of those were earned. Sorry, I thought I said runs. So yeah, like the Miami side, bet it all the way down to plus 130, definitely plus EV on that price. Still readily available. Look at the lefty and righty splits as well. Anything else I can give out? Now, I only give out 3 premium plays. Let me see. Do I have any futures I can give you? Let me see. That BC, man, BC killed us in Canadian football. That was the costly loss yesterday because they bet them on the money line and bet them at -3, 3.5, and 4. So they really like that BC side. Usually when they come in like that and then multiple groups hit it, rarely do you see a situation like that. That's why I'm interested to see. They lost. They lost by a point. They lost by a point. At least if we could have got that money line bet in, that would have got a split for us. So I see why they bet it like that. Close game, close game. Oh well. See, I don't check the finals till the next day. You know that. All right. So I'll give you a future. I'll give you a college football future. How's that? So I don't want you to think I wasted your time, but you got to go down there, smash that like button, hit the comments, ask any questions. I choose one or two randomly. As you know, I am now partnered with Minect. If you want to talk to me, we could have a phone call one-on-one, talk about anything you want. That is now available. So here I'm going to pick a question or two just randomly. Pick the dots, and definitely for the OGs are going to get it. Let me give you a future. I'll give you a 4% college football future. All right. Let's go with Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina under 6.5 wins, under 6.5 wins, all the way up to minus 150. So, conclusion, they're able to win 7 games or more 2 out of 3 times. We only have to lay up the minus 150. The break even there is 6 out of 10 times. This reflects 6.7 out of 10 times. There's your edge right there. That's exactly what you're looking for. 7% in implied win probability. And that's why it's a 4% play for me, not 4% of bankroll, because we don't want a high risk of ruin. We work with a 20% risk of ruin. Personally, I have more like a 10%, if not a 5% risk of ruin myself. But with the subscription, we mimic the 20% risk of ruin, which has been more than enough for anyone that's followed over the last 9 years to have turned a profit 8 of those, multiplying their bankrolls multiple times. So yeah, let's go with that Coastal Carolina. Now, real quickly, I'll get a question and then we could wrap this up. All right. Let me go with, I'll start with, this guy, he wrote a lot, so I'll take the time to read it. All right. Coom Tham Bets. Thanks for the video. Thank you, sir. I don't subscribe to anyone, but love learning about how others cap. That's great. That's great. Not everyone should pay for information. Some bettors, their bankroll doesn't support it. Like I saw a guy saying, he thanked me, actually sent me a DM. I'm just going to keep this real. He bought my 5% play, okay? And he thanked me and showed me his bet ticket of, I think it was $250 or $300 at the most. I think 3 to win 250, maybe it was. Anyway, I DM'd on my back. I swear to you, I thanked him, but I urged him not to do that again. It's not sustainable. You can't pay $25, $30, $40 for one pick and bet 250, 300, 400, 500 on it and think it's going to be profitable long term. It's not. It's not. If you're only betting 500, but your information is costing $25 even, or $30, $25, let's say, that's 5%. That's 5%. If you have that edge over the books, you're lucky. But if you're paying that for the play, it's just, you're not going to be able to profit off it. I mean, even if the capper has a 10% edge, which he doesn't, I promise you that. But let's say they do. They have to overcome the 4.5 that the house has. So then 5.5% is theirs. So out of $1,000 bet, they expect it to be what? Worth $55 to them in EV. So if you're paying $25 for it and you're betting a dime, it's only worth $30 to you in EV. Is that worth it? Yeah, that's how you got to approach it. So I understand, Corm, about not paying for picks. It's not, everybody doesn't, but for those that can afford it, do have the bankroll and find plus EV info, absolutely. For them, it is worth it. Like, again, I pay for information. I make it no secret. I'm proud of that fact. I hunt down plus EV and I'm either going to move it or I'm going to pay to get access to it. I'll pay you for your login and password. I'll pay you if it is a subscription, or I'll get you down. because I want that information. I have no problems with that. I pay for stocks, tips, and information from guys that I know are long-term winning traders. It's rare. It's just like with us. There, it's about a 1% day traders are profitable. Us, it's a 0.5%, but they are out there. And again, if you're looking for long-term and you have the bankroll, then getting plus EV information is a no-brainer if you have the bankroll. But if you're just sporadically buying a pick here, a big pick there, and betting 200, 500, 300, one, yeah, it's such a waste. Such a waste. You're better off just picking them yourself. Okay. He says, I just became a volume bettor this year, and I couldn't believe how many bets I've made. I just checked this month plays, and I've made over 400 plays. It's about, 12 a day. Good. 12, 13 a day, and increased my bankroll 6%. It's a great, not great, but an increase 6% in a month. If you did that in a year, you beat what they're giving at Coinbase to hold your money in USDC. They're giving only 5.5%. You beat that. Again, if you had to trade every day, you have to put in the work. It may not be worth it. But if it's 6% of a big bankroll, shit, it's a lot of money. 6% a month is 72% a year. You're almost doubling up a year. If you could make 20% a year, you're in the top 0.01% of investors, traders on the planet. So yeah, have realistic expectations. Please keep your expectations realistic. And also keep in mind what kind of bankroll you have. If you have a $100,000 bankroll, then it should make the kind of money opening a business for $100,000 should make. But if you're opening a business with a $5,000 bankroll, a $1,000 bankroll, how many businesses can you open with $1,000 or $5,000? And how much do you expect them to make yearly? Always be realistic about what we're doing here. I've made over 2,500 plays, this year, and that's crazy to me. That's more than the past 5 years combined. What I like about volume betting is that I don't even have time to check out all the games. I don't get up or down feelings. Buddy, that's the best. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And that's a great takeaway, because that is one of the benefits of volume betting is you're not going to watch a game because that game, unless you're just bored, because that game could be winning. You could be losing the other 9. So what difference does it make? Or you could be getting crushed on that game and be winning the rest of yours. So what difference does it make? That's why it doesn't matter. And then why does it even, I don't even check till the next day. Sometimes not even. Like I don't even look. I just look at the account. What you see by the numbers, whether you won or lost, you could tell that it increased, that it decreased from the day before. Only because what some games, even if you're that day, like if you're a volume guy, you bet some games that are going off early, some later, some really late. So it's like you're not even looking for scores because half your stuff may not have even started yet. Yeah, it does emotionally detach you, and also forces you to be more disciplined with your bankroll, because more stuff may be coming, more inefficiencies may present themselves, and you want to have the money to get down. So you can't overbet. You have to stay at that predetermined bet size. So the idea of you getting emotional will be eliminated. That's what I always try to stress to all bettors, whether you're novice or experienced. Try to eliminate emotion from the entire exercise, because you make your most decisions when you're emotional. I know I have. So you want to eliminate that. How do you eliminate that? Determine your bet size at the start and promise yourself, have the discipline not to adjust it unless you increase or decrease your starting bankroll by 50%, or at the end of the year, like most businesses, or at the end of each quarter, like most businesses, to assess where they're at. But in between, you just handle business. You conduct business. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Do you think a Walmart every single day is worried about, do we have to move this up 5 cents, this one down 1 cent, this one down? No, you look at your revenue over the quarter, then you see, where do we adjust? Where do we have to fix? Where are we spending too much? Where are we spending too little? Or every year you look at your balance sheet and you start making decisions. You don't make those decisions every single day based on what happened the day before or the week before only. That's the goal as a sports bettor. And when you volume bet, it makes it a lot easier. And the final thing I'm going to say about volume betting, and there is no argument to this, if you are proven winner, and listen, it's very easy to prove you're a winner. Document your results, have them third-party tracked, and numbers will not lie. Whether people like you or not, numbers will not lie. That's the bottom line when it comes to as far as whether it's winning information or losing information. But if you have winning information, then arguing against volume is foolish. It's the stupidest thing you could possibly do, because I will take you back to the analogy. You walk into the casino tonight, you look it down and you see a new table. It's called the coin flip. And for tonight only, the casino is going to give you 2-1 on your coin flip bets. You could pick heads or tails. You put up your dollar. If you win, they're going to give you 3-1 even. They're going to give you plus 300. You only have to put up that dollar. They're going to give you $3 if you're right. You lose that dollar if you're wrong. Just a simple quarter they're going to flip. In fact, they're going to let you flip it even. So you know it's real. You're just going to flip it when it falls on the ground, whatever it is. That's the new game. That's the new game. Now, ask yourself, are you going to limit yourself to how many times you could flip that coin? Are you going to say, I only want to do 5 of those today? I only want to flip 3 times today? Nah, I don't want volume. I just want to flip 10 times today. That's 10. That's too much volume. 10? Are you kidding me? Who could bet 10? Who could have 10 flips? No, 3 flips, 5 flips. Are you kidding me? I would stand there as long as I possibly can and flip. I would fight people to not lose my place. That's it. If you have an edge, you want to flip. If you have an edge, you want volume. When I play blackjack, I don't limit myself to the amount of hands. I want to see more hands. The more hands I see, the more profit I'm going to make. In fact, I walk around and look for fast dealers. When I was really knee deep in card counting, I used to clock dealers. I swear to you. Where, do I have it with me? Yeah, you guys are going to laugh. Hold on here. I had every casino, the exact hold for every game they had, whether it was 2-deck, 6-deck, what their limit was, what the hold was based on their rules. Did they hit us off 17? Did they not? Can you split on anything? Can you double down on anything? I had the exact hold on every one. And then next to every casino where I had the hold, I would have particular dealers that I knew were fast. And if I saw a guy that was fast, I would definitely get to know them, their name, their shift, tip them, be cool with them. And next thing you know, I'm getting 200 hands an hour. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for volume. You need volume to make money. So yeah, thank you, Corn Fan Bets. There just isn't an argument. I wish you the best of luck with that. Continue doing that. The numbers won't lie. You've made 400 bets this month. Great. You've made 2,400 this year. That's statistical significance. If you're profitable, my man, you're now the favorite to do that again over your next 2,400. You're about a minus 150. You're about a minus 150 favorite that you can repeat this over your next 2,400. So congratulations. Welcome to the club. Don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. Don't question yourself. Now just rinse and repeat. Stick to the bet size and you will continue building. It won't go up in a straight line. You will consolidate. You will go down. You will go up. Trust me, I started betting 100 to 500 and I'm betting 1,000 to 5,000 comfortably. Anybody can do it. Took me about 7 years, 7-8 years. To 10x your bet, you're in 7-8 years. I'll take it. I'll take it. And that was along the way having to learn to do it right and stuff. Shit, now I probably could do it in 4 or 5 in a lot less time. So, yeah, God bless, man. Thank you. You got me thinking. Best of luck today. Best of luck this week. Let's do some damage. Let's really tear some shit up over this next 5+ months. I've been doing nothing but studying football day in, day out, getting ready for college football, getting ready for NFL and baseball. We are not done with you. WagerTalk.com. Make sure, go down, smash that like button as well. Love you guys.